How's everybody doing this Tuesday evening? Well, I'm back at home, live in the flesh. Well, live on video at home. Back to work tomorrow. Enjoyed my little getaway. Was able to, just get away, recharge, do some thinking, and just kind of reset a little bit. But I'm back and ready to go. Got something on my mind, guys, that I want to talk to you guys about real quick. But first, I want to say to each and every one of you that supports my channel, I want to say thank you. I thank you for the support. I thank you for all of the feedback. I thank you for all of the engagement. I want to sincerely thank each and every one of you for the support that you give this platform, Frank Talks Money. Let's get right to the video. So guys, there's a couple things that I used to entertain when I was married that I've kind of just changed my whole thought process on. When it comes to some of the shit, morals and values that I used to accept from other individuals, mainly men, that when I was married, I didn't think it was an issue. But now that I've been divorced for 4 years, and it has nothing to do with my wife, guys, it's just things that I entertained from other men that I should not have entertained. But I'm going to give you some examples. And I'm speaking from a man's perspective about other men. So, number one, cheaters, man. I used to entertain and hang out with a lot of cheaters. I'm just going to be honest with you. Men, you might be like, man, Frank, shut your mouth. Shut up. But I can't entertain cheaters anymore. And what I mean by that, I had relatives who cheated all the time on their wives. Not the girlfriends. We're talking about wives. And I still hung out with them, still kicked it with them. But to me, now that I look back on that, me accepting that behavior was actually blessing the behavior. I was actually blessing it. Because if a man is going to cheat on his wife, if she can't trust her husband, how can I trust that man? Let's be honest. How can I trust him if his wife can't even trust him? And I would say things like, it's not me. That's him. That's his life. That's between him and his wife. I got nothing to do with that. That's between them. But there was times I used to cover for relatives when they were cheating. And now that I look back on that, it just wasn't right. It just wasn't morally good. So as I've sat back and thought about this, I'll never entertain someone as a friend if they have a wife and they cheat on their wife. I just won't do it. I won't do that anymore. Because if that's not my morals and values, I'm not going to entertain someone who does that, whether they're a relative or a friend. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just not. Because now that I look back on it, I think it was wrong of me to accept that. Because you can't tell a grown man what to do. But me accepting the behavior and me, like I said, what did I just say? Me covering for them when they were cheating, I was wrong and complicit also. I can admit that. And I never again entertain the company or have a friend or hang out with a relative that openly cheats on their mate, on their wife. I won't do it in the future. Never again. Now that I've sat back and I've been able to think about this shit over the last 3.5 years since my divorce, I won't do that again. I won't do that again. And next, a man that puts his hands on his wife. I've seen it done. I've witnessed it. And even though at that moment I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Chill out. I mean, this is a woman. What are you doing? But I still hung around that individual and had family members that did this, had friends that did this. Now that I look back on that, I can't entertain a man that puts his hands on his wife. I can't. Again, I'm just as complicit. I'm just as complicit. Because to me, if a woman gets you that riled up, that means you are emotionally unstable, emotionally immature, and you can't control your emotions. I've seen some heated arguments and women call a man out of their name and shit like that. And that's usually what causes the man to snap. But words are just words. The average man, let's be honest, physically can take care of a woman. But that should not be something a man has to prove. You know what I mean? I've never been a woman beater. Never in my life. I've never been a woman beater. But I've seen it growing up, witnessed it growing up, in my entire life. My brother was a woman beater, is a woman beater. He might see this video, who cares? He's done it. Well, he's my stepbrother on my dad's side. I haven't talked to him in like 10 years. But when we were talking, he was a woman beater, so. But, yeah, but I'll never entertain a man who beats on a woman or be friends with a man that beats on a woman. Never again. Never. So as I've thought about that over the years, I just can't surround myself with people like that. I can't do it. The next thing is, can surround myself with a man that doesn't take care of his children. I think a man that has small children, under 18, that he doesn't emotionally and financially support is a sorry ass man. He's a POS for a man. That woman couldn't make that child without you. She couldn't make that child without you. No matter if you wanted the child or not, that child would not be here without your seed. That is your seed. How could you have a child in this world and not financially or emotionally support that child? I think that's a sorry ass man. That's a sorry ass man to have a child and not supporting that child. I got 4 kids, guys. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I got a strained relationship with one of my daughters. Strained relationship. But it became strained, once me and her mom is my first wife, she's with my first wife. And then once we got divorced, I'll be honest with you, I was trying to build my career. My sons were already here. My 2 sons are already here. Then she came. Then that's when me and their mom was going through the divorce, my first wife. So I'll be honest with you, I wasn't around a lot. And so we never really set that bond. And because I was busy building my career. My two sons was here already, and they, that bond was already set. You know what I mean? That bond was already set with the boys. But then once me and my first wife started going through our divorce, and then that's when she became pregnant with my my third child, and my little girl, and then I wasn't around much, so we never really set that bond. And it's been a struggle, honestly, building that relationship since she was born. Honestly, since she was born. But she's now 26 years old. And I always tell her, it takes two to build a relationship. Because I've tried. I have tried. But it takes two to build a relationship. And now that she's an adult, maybe I should try harder. I don't know. But she's an adult. And you can't build a relationship with someone if they're not trying to build a relationship with you. That's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. But hopefully one day we can overcome it. Now my fourth daughter, we're great. My fourth daughter, we're great. That was with my second wife, who I just got divorced. But like I told you guys before, that's actually my stepdaughter, but I've been raising her since the age of 2. So that is my daughter. I've been raising her since 2 years old. I am dad, that's my daughter. And nothing would change that. But I think a man that has children and doesn't support his children is a sorry-ass man. I talk to my kids all the time, except for the one that I have an estranged relationship with. But the other 3, I talk to them all the time. We always talk. I enjoy being around my children. I enjoy, even with them as adults, hanging out with them, spending time with them, doing things together. Football season about to start, so me and my son are going to be going to the Lions games together, I'm looking forward to that, just building memories, The next thing is a man who's a liar. As a man, you got to be able to keep your word. You got to be able to have integrity. And if people can't trust you, if every other word or sentence out of your mouth is you lying, that's a problem. Excuse me. That's a problem. If every sentence out of your mouth is you lying, that's a problem. A major damn problem. As a man, we got to have integrity. We got to have integrity and stand by it no matter what. Our word should be our bond. And individuals, our kids, our wives, girlfriends, whatever, should be able to trust us that our word is our bond. Can't surround myself with liars. Just can't do it. And last, a man that hates his mom or has no respect for his mom. I'm going to be honest with you. Me and my mom have a lot of differences of opinion, really only when it comes to political issues. But I never stopped talking to my mom. I would never disrespect my mom. I would never curse my mom out. I wouldn't do any of that shit. I give my mom all the respect in the world because that's my mother. She birthed me. She carried me for 9 months. Now understand, people could have sorry moms. But my mom wasn't a sorry mom. She was a good mom. She did the best she can. But there's two differences between just having respect for your mom just because that is your mother, than totally being hateful and spiteful towards your mom. I can't deal with a dude that's hateful and spiteful towards their mom and have no respect for their mother. Can't hang with a dude like that. So yeah, guys, those are some of the things that I've really thought about since I've been divorced. Some shit I used to entertain from other people that I just won't do anymore. Cheaters. I'm not gonna surround myself with cheaters. Bad fathers. women beaters, liars, men that hate their moms. I'm just not going to surround myself with people like that. Because I think people like that lack, if you take like I said, the whole mother thing, some people can have issues with their mom, but to me, I just feel like there's still a certain line of respect that you have to have for your mother. But someone that just flat out just disrespect their mom, disrespectful to their mother, curses their mother out, just treats their mother like they some bum on the street. I just can't rock with that. Now, this is just my feelings. You guys can feel how you want to feel about whoever you want to feel about it for. This is just individuals. These are just men that I choose not to rock with in my future. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna go in here and fix me something to eat, unpack some bags, chill out, back to work tomorrow. You guys have a great evening. This is Frank, and I'm out of here.